Would you say you're the most experienced out of all of them here?
Yes, definitely.
No. That's
OG.
not fair. Instagram is the best thing which happened on this planet.
I couldn't agree
No pun
more.
intended.
Someone rightly said, to be successful, the first thing you have to do is fall in love with your work. With Evolving Habitat, our goal is simple: putting India's relentless passion for art, design, and culture on the global front and the people behind it.
I'm Vishakha Dholakya Chaudhary from Salt Studio. I'm an architect. Been in the business for 25 years. Yeah, that's what I do.
Mandana Karimi. I run a company called OCD, and it stands for Organized Closet Design, and I'm an interior stylist. That's what I do for a living.
I'm Ahmad Alhadi Furniturewala, Senior Director at Talati & Partners, and I'm an interior architect.
Let's get into the Indian educational sphere. How do you think there should be changes made? Is it working the correct way? Is it what needs to be taught when you're studying architecture or interior design? Or it's all redundant and you learn everything hands-on while working at firms?
So I believe that you need to have a balance of theoretical education with site work,
Okay.
site experience.
Do you get that in college?
Because not quite, I don't believe so, but they need to make it mandatory so that people can spend 3 hours in 3 hours or make the most of it and understand what needs to be delivered. Because what they teach is not always the right thing. Things change at site. At the same time, I'm not saying they're teaching the wrong thing, but site experience is very important, and that teaches you to troubleshoot. Because when you actually see the thing, is what you understand. It's in the vision.
Well, someone else was telling me this, that the way of teaching and the content of teaching hasn't changed over the last 30 years.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
So obviously,
using
they're
the same
25 years younger to
textbooks.
me, so they should answer that question.
Yeah, when we were in college, the content was outdated. So, yes, I don't know how it is today, but I hope that they've made changes. It definitely should be a lot more practical. I remember when I was studying, in fact, the principal, I don't remember who, at Rizvi College, he had actually said to somebody, "What are you wasting your time for 5 years? Travel for 5 years, you'll learn more."
Yeah.
I
He
think
had
they need not be
actually
so
say that.
dogmatic.
It was extreme, but
Yeah.
I do feel that there has to be a balance of the practicality of the profession, like what is the reality of it, to what is in the books.
So all colleges need to send young students to site
Yes.
almost twice a week. Understand, learn the ropes,
Yeah.
find their way.
When I was in college, we had one professor who had come in for 6 months in my final year, who had studied in Texas, an architect. And he started doing, with a bunch of us, workshops outside, which were this. He would give us a topic and he would say, go crazy and design, which never happened in college.
Yeah.
Because in college, you would say, Arey, how can you make the toilet this much by this much? It has to be. Now, that is true. But you have to also let the mind go crazy.
Yeah, but it's all about
Yeah.
experiencing the space. It's not
Yeah.
a 2D space, it's
Yeah.
a 3D space.
Yeah.
It's a sensory.
Well, how
But
did you approach it?
I
don't
mean-
think you went to architecture school.
I mean, I studied recently, right? This is like 2 years
Yeah.
ago, and I studied with Marangoni, the design school of Italy. And she's right, even now, there is so much of paperwork. There is so much of like sit in a cabin or like sit in a classroom and, draw this and draw that. And then, there is just too much that I wouldn't say it's not necessarily. Yes, it's necessary to know it, but I was lucky because at the same time of my course, I was working for KKD, right? So what happened is that I remember we had this class where they took us to Jesse,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And because I traveled before and I knew the brand because I've seen it on a site, how the products comes, the fittings and the quality, the finishes that they have, right? And I remember in that showroom visit, I was telling my teacher about like the things that I remember or the brand, and I met the founder as well in Milan. And I think if, let's say, if universities, right, they have these kind of, I don't know, a course where you actually study on a site, let's say take you to a real site, and I think that would help more.
For sure.
And I think one of the major reason that I could start working in the design industry is because I've traveled so much.
Yeah.
And I had experience like hand-on while I was studying on a site and shadowing designers. So it did make a huge difference for me.
Did you enjoy the technical backup at the Jesse store or XYZ store?
Yeah.
When you
Yeah,
went?
yeah, I
Because
did.
that's the important
Yeah.
bit,
Yeah. I really
which
enjoyed it.
youngsters struggle with.
Yeah, but I mean, I really enjoyed it, but also I realized that I don't like sitting in office. I don't like it. I prefer to be on the side with the dirt and like the dust
Yeah.
and all of it because it's more fun. Yeah, I mean that's a personal.
I think Emma would differ with that.
No, I think I semi-agree. Because,
Do you want to stop site visits down the line?
oh no, I wouldn't want to.
Yeah,
I have reduced them, but that's important too. Site visits are very important.
yeah.
And I don't think any architect would say it any differently.
Interesting. As you may know, the whole concept of evolving habitat was trying to export Indian architects instead of importing foreign architects into India. So when do you think there's going to be a change in the way consumers see the West? We still bring in Western concepts, Western design, Western architecture. When do you think India is going to start appreciating what it has within India, the traditional cultural architecture that we see?
Well, I genuinely beg to differ. I think India at this day and age has got some amazing architects and interior architects, and they could put a foreign architect to work. There's something known in Hindi, Godi Chamdi. That's what the British has left. So, my vote is on the Indian architect.
No,
And India shining.
that's what I'm for. But we keep bringing in foreign concepts and
So
foreign
it's good to
designs,
be,
and
it's good
we
to
still see the
inspire.
West as superior.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, 50% of this concept fail in this country because it's a tropical country. So fixed glazing doesn't work much, except if it's a corporate tower.
Right, yeah.
So sliding windows still work better. We have so many examples in the city. You need cross ventilation. The more the better.
Exactly.
Global warming.
Yeah.
So we need it more than anything else in today's day and age.
India actually is more sustainable in its design than the West naturally.
Yes.
You think about
Correct,
it,
yeah.
we always pay attention to cross ventilation, we always pay attention to natural light, using local materials. All of this is, inherent in our culture. So I feel it is changing, and there is a lot of, in fact, a lot of designs are being reintroduced by the West to us.
Which is Indian.
Which is Indian, like Ikkat fabrics.
Yeah.
Ikkat is an Indian
True.
design.
Yeah.
So
What is that? The technique that they use in India, the braiding the bamboos for the chairs and the beds.
yeah,
Those old beds. That,
yes, yeah.
The wicker
Right.
work.
What is the Hindi word?
Not chatai. You don't need chatai
Yeah, the
or
chatai.
chick.
Chick, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
this
Chick
this year in Salone,
Yeah.
couple of brands they actually had a chair, which probably I've seen it. I don't know, like maybe 40 years
Because
ago.
it's exotic.
Because
amazing.
in someone's farmhouse or in someone's village, and in Milan, you're walking around and this brand has come. Oh, we are introducing this new design, but no, I'm sorry, it exists in India like 100 years ago.
Yeah, thank
You've
you.
just-
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
I
So like,
think-
I'm sorry, you just like have taken it, polished it a little bit, put your brand name on it, and you say it's our new design.
I think the onus is on all of us as designers to make in India.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even cross ventilation for the kitchens is supremely important. You may get the best duct in the world, but it's not going to suck it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with our delicious cuisine.
And you can't deny the fact that India has just way too much culture compared
Yes.
to East, and you cannot deny that. Yeah, sure. I'm not Indian, but I lived in India. Some people they try to be cool and say that American this or Italian this, but you cannot deny the fact that India has a
Yes.
massive culture compared to other countries.
That's true.
We need to respect the geographic location and the culture
Yeah.
and the lifestyle of the human beings stay. And that's what goes amiss.
Yeah.
But I think
That's
it's
a good way to
changing.
put it.
It's changing.
Yeah.
It's changing
It
for
is
sure.
changing though.
It's evolving. Well, if you were to create a structure that was inspired by, say, a movie or a book, what would it be, and what would the general theme of the design be?
Or for me, my favorite book was The Enchanted Forest, and it was around a tree house. So a tree house for me, hands down.
A tree house.
I
Yeah.
would
Yes.
do a huge Lego structure, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, a massive one, taller than the Burj Khalifa.
Hope to see that one day.
But I'm inside the house. I'm inside 4 walls. So
I don't know. Mine would be a closet, which yeah, I'm like stuck in my closet.
He really wants to know what's in the closet.
What's in the closet? What's in the closet stays in the closet. Or you want to know what's in the closet, or you want?
Michael Jackson. That's a lame one.
Yeah, probably the day that I can, have a closet where every little item that you put in your closet, it has a divider and it has specifically a bin basket built for it. So that for me would be, yeah,
Interesting.
yeah,
You must be going crazy in the container store.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see me, I go
Yeah,
like
you-
a kid like in a candy shop.
Yeah.
And every day I'm searching, and also in India we don't have that many products
No.
yet,
Yeah.
so it takes a lot of time, and
Yeah.
it has to be like ordered from outside.
So
and
do you
Amazon-
enjoy the shoe rotators? Those guys going like escalators, going
They're
through
okay, nothing
on the road.
fancy.
Yeah.
In a long run, it's not sustainable for a house. It's sustainable for a showroom. If you have a showroom or something, yeah, sure, but not practical,
Hmm.
not sustainable, I should say. Yeah, I like it how it's like,
I'm getting to learn something.
What do you think of them? What do you
I've
like
not
them?
used
or-
it. I was just wanting to use it on one of
No,
my
please don't.
2, 3 of my sites. I don't want it to kind of warp and bend, and
Yeah. So
I know
one
that shoes are light, but still,
no, but also like one problem that system
I don't want to
has.
get stuck.
Yeah, no, but you're right. One problem that system has in India, the dust and the moisture that we have here, the hardware. After sometimes you keep needing the service. So
And
it
what
keeps
about the
the-
dehumidifier rods, which are now in the market
they're very good.
for your leather products?
Please,
your
yeah. Oh, they're
belts,
good?
your
Yeah,
bag,
yeah,
your
yeah.
shoes.
Please, if you have the access to it, or you can, invest money for your closet.
So it's good
yes,
for us.
please.
We got something out of this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We got to
Takeaway.
know.
Of course.
Take
So we
away.
can, we can use those.
No, for sure.
I like
from
how
the
he's in
best.
the middle is just extracting all this information.
Yeah. No, they're really good.
We gotta get
Expensive.
sponsorship from them for the next episode.
Of course.
Yeah, definitely. Why not?
So we got a change in roles today. We've got Emma taking over as host,
Oh my
and I'm
God.
gonna be one of his guests.
Thank you.
You
Okay, what's
take
your favorite structure?
Falling water.
Super. My boss would be
All-time
very
favorite.
happy.
All-time favorite.
Which one? Sorry, I didn't get that.
What's your favorite structure?
God, I don't know. I wasn't ready for the question.
No worries. What's
Can I
your
come
favorite
back
stru-
to you?
Of course. What's your favorite structure?
There's this mansion in Beverly Hills. It's called the One.
I've seen the one.
Yeah. Very well designed.
So when I mention it could be anything, it could be something from a World Expo. It could be something which is a public structure.
I think it
Could
would
be
be
the Eiffel Tower.
no. It would be.
Could
It would be
be
the.
Taj Mahal. I don't know.
It would be the hammam that
I so knew what it's going to come to.
No, hammam. No, this hammam was special because I was, I think, 14 years old, and we went on a school trip, and there is this hammam in Yazd, the city of Zoroastrian, right, Parsis, and this hammam had hot water, right, but there was no system where there was no geyser or like something which is heating up this water, right?
Wow.
But there was, so you can read about it. So it only had this like a fire kind of a situation
Yeah.
exactly on the center of the space, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it didn't matter which corner you're going, right? every corner that you would go, you know how they say the golden ratio, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That
of course.
space had a golden ratio.
Wow.
And this space has been built like 1,000 years ago, right? So I think that's one thing that for me, even like after so many years of traveling and seeing so many magnificent, you know, like so many beautiful spaces, it's one place I still can't like, you know, in my head, I have it so clear. Yeah. And by the way, they turn off the thing,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Oh, let's figure out how it works," and
Yeah.
it never gone back, and the water was cold. Yeah,
Oh my
So it's
God.
God's gift.
whatever it was.
Wow.
So I'm sure you'll have done the World Expo a couple of times.
But sorry,
The World Expo,
which
I
one?
did one in Milan, yeah.
Shanghai,
Oh, okay.
Milan,
Milan.
Oh yeah, Milan.
Dubai
Yes.
now.
Milan, yeah.
I didn't
Milan,
do this
Dubai,
one.
I've
Were you
done.
at the Milan one?
Yeah,
Milan.
Milan. I've done.
2015?
Yes.
You've seen it?
Yes.
Do
Which
you
one?
remember it? Or-
2015.
I
wasn't.
remember it
Okay, what's
vaguely.
your
If you
favorite
ask me
structure
to,
from
I
the
can't remember.
World Expo? Because my favorite structure in
Yeah.
the world is from the World Expo.
Oh,
Tell us.
The
Maybe-
Seed by Thomas Webb.
The Seed, it was
By
in
the way-
2015.
Yes.
And the 2015
Brit
one also
architect.
had the honeycomb.
Those spikes, it's like
I remember the Seed. It
the
was
Seed. Oh my God. and
brilliant. And in that, actually, there was also the honeybee structure. I forget what it was called, but it
I-
was brilliant.
Unreal.
Brilliant.
I was still in school
Really
back
what?
then.
You're still in school. You're in the world of school.
Well, what's your go-to place?
New York.
you're
You
next.
first.
This time you.
I like Paris.
Okay.
I think for me is Milan. Milan. I love Milan. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yours?
Yours?
Mine's LA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What is your favorite clothing brand in the world?
Favorite
Ooh,
Clothing
you can't
brand.
ask a
clothing
woman
brand.
for one brand.
God.
Okay,
I
next
have-
question. You can ask.
I don't like brands in general. Like I can wear anything.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, I think I'm with you.
But I like custom-made stuff in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My latest favorite is Bershka, actually. I'm loving
Yeah.
Bershka.
Ma, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for being a part of Evolving Habitat. It was
Of
great
course.
having this conversation with all of you.
Thank you for having us. Yeah.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having
Cheers.
us.
We had a super time.
Thank you.
Fun bunch
And
to
we'll see you
chat
next
with.
week.
100%.
Thank you so much. It was lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
having us.